the traffic just stopped and this guy smashed in the back of us. Unfreaking believable.
Freeze, rewind. That's us in our last episode, beginning our trip from Utah all the way down to Florida, where Hurricane Ian completely transformed the beautiful little beach community where our family lives, with its record-breaking storm surge that not only broke homes, but it broke hearts all across our country and our world. Now, if we rewind even further, you will see that before that, we had spent the past 3 months looking for a property to purchase in Portugal. And we returned because our visas had expired. Now, fast forward back to this moment. Poor guy. What matters is that we're safe. And I just want to get off of this bridge.
Please hold.
Yep. I was an accident there and put me on hold. How did he hit us? I stopped for all the traffic here and he just came slamming in. I even gave room and I rolled forward, but he didn't have his truck under control.
At least he knows it was him.
Yep. He rear-ended us.
Our doors aren't closing.
Our doors?
They're like open. I don't know how we're gonna sleep in here. Good morning from our van doors that no longer close. It's not just our car again. Remember, this is our house.
We're on the I-10 eastbound direction, heading over the Mississippi River on the bridge going to New Orleans, and we were just rear-ended by a semi-truck.
Can you tell me exactly where y'all are pulling off to? Where y'all are relocating?
Yes, give me 1 second. I can't look at my map while I'm driving.
I didn't want to look at it. I wanted to wish it all away. I wanted to rewind and be in a different lane, or have gotten this far on a different day, or maybe if that driver had driven over the bridge before choosing to stop driving at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's why he said he was on that bridge that morning. He never likes driving it when there's traffic because he has to rev his engine in order to get up and over the bridge, and we were on the other side of the cusp. Yeah. But what I can say is that we were lucky to be alive.
Right through the back window and doors.
Just y'all too?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all
yeah,
okay.
Nobody's hurt. Yeah. This has to be one of the biggest semis, longest semis we've ever seen on the road.
I'm so grateful that all that happened somehow was a fender bender.
Yeah.
A motorcycle crusher.
Glad we're safe. Here's the policeman. The policeman's here. Let's go talk to the police. What happened? Real quick. So on I-10 going east, right at the foot of the bridge. Yeah. Traffic stopped. Man, I still feel shaken up a little bit, but I have had about half an hour to cool off here, and I just can't believe Lucky Blue did not have a very lucky day today. I'm so thankful neither one of us got hurt though, that Brittany wasn't up going to the bathroom or anything like that. But I've kind of re-strapped the bike back down here. I had to pull the ramp off the carrier. There's glass all over. I kind of got a couple of shards in my fingers, but after assessing the damage and getting down here, it's like the entire swing arm in the bike rack that holds the motorcycle, that basically took the impact of that truck and his bumper. I'm very lucky we have this swing arm because it seems like it's fully intact, and basically our back doors got shoved in by the bike going into the back of the van, but hopefully it didn't damage the frame of the van and all we have to do is get back doors. The guy who hit us, he was pretty nice actually. He felt really bad. He apologized. It was his fault. So I don't know. We got another 1,000 miles to go, so I'm just gonna leave Lucky Blue like this on the back of the van and hope for the best that he's secure on the back here. You guys who watched our Baja series, you know we've busted our back window before. We hit a tope a little bit fast. It sounds like somebody punched our window. That is not what I want to see tonight. I really got to show you something.
I'm scared.
Look at this. It's just all cracking out right now. Overall, we're so lucky the motorcycle was on the back of the van, because if it wasn't there, I'm afraid that semi would have went right into our bed, our garage, and just decimated so much of our van. The bike really took the impact here. And thank goodness for that swing arm, because it took the brunt of the force. My cousin Chad and I, when we built that, I guess we overbuilt it, and it really saved the day here. I mean, let's get out of here.
The road trip continues. We have some good to do still.
We got each other.
We got each other. We're so lucky.
Love you, babe.
Love you too. Even in times of disaster and destruction, we have to find a way to keep our chins up. And, well, if you're driving late into the night, our eyes open too. Woke up next to a fireworks shop this morning.
In Alabama.
But man, oh man, are we ready for this road trip to be over.
It's just been a lot on our heads, man. Like,
it's been a lot.
It's been heavy.
You know, not just the relief efforts that we have ahead of us, but the accident that we had yesterday, and I'm
still a little shaken from that, I think. Like,
yeah.
We weren't sure if we were gonna have any back issues or headaches, but I'm happy to report we are all right. Our lives could have been totally different had that trucker not been able to at least stop the bit he did, and I was able to let off the brake and go forward.
I googled yesterday how much those trucks can weigh, and when they're a full load, because he can carry up to 30 cows.
Yeah.
What's unfortunate is that all those cows that he carries are for slaughter, and so that truck was made for killing, and it almost had us too, but it can weigh up to 80,000 pounds. He would have not been able to stop that fast if he had a full load, and he had just dropped off before the accident.
But
today will be a new day.
Onwards and upwards.
Today we arrived to Florida. Life definitely has its moments and ways of shaking things up, whether it's something you can sort of see coming or something that rear ends you on a clear blue day while you're still enjoying your first cup of coffee. But it's all a reminder about how fragile and precious life is.
We forgot to show you guys what we did here yesterday. We stopped at a store, we had a garbage bag. I picked up some tape so that we could seal it in case it rains here on the road, or it's supposed to be raining in the forecast as we get closer to Fort Myers. But at least this protects us. I did find some shards of glass in the bed last night, and around the seams of the door we have these huge cracks, so it's much louder with the road noise wherever we park at night, and it lets light in as well.
He took the hit for us. I truly think that we and our van would have been hurting much more.
I agree.
Do you think Lucky Blue can be saved?
It's hard to say. I mean, this radiator took a beating in here, some fluid went flying, the handlebars are mangled, the electronics on the throttle hand. That's what you want right there.
I think this calls for a Lucky Blue montage.
Lucky Blue, you're an absolute animal. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yoo-hoo! That's why they call it a dirt bike. Then he smiles ahead. Look at here, this is the foot pegs. They got all slammed in here. And one other major thing, if you look from this angle in the front, the tires all off kilter.
There's always a silver lining.
Yeah, it could have been me on the bike, and could have been something where I got hurt. And lucky it's only our motorcycle. It can be replaced along with the back doors of our van.
The Lucky Blue would protect you and our van. So Lucky Blue, R.I.P. We love you forever.
Taking us on many wonderful adventures.
Yep, save spirits, but too.
But for now, we can't take the bike off the back of the van until we get where we're going, which means we can't get any of the supplies under our bed into our garage.
We're not sure if anything else sustained damage in our garage area, besides some spilt coffee, and our pee jug had quite a tidal wave when it experienced the hit. But besides those two little cleanups, everything else is very good. We are lucky. Lucky Blue. It wasn't much longer until finally, after what was the longest continuous road trip of our lives, even though our life feels like one big road trip sometimes, we had finally made it. Along with all of the poor little bug bodies on our windshield here.
Another gas stop. I wanted to show you guys all my beautiful, delicious lunch that my wife made me.
Along with the crazy amount of miles we've been driving.
5,190 miles in the last week.
I thought this road trip was only supposed to be about 3,000 miles.
Let me up to the front seat.
At this point, we still had 9 hours to go before we would reach our destination. And our van was out of water. But since we couldn't open our back doors to get our hose to fill our water, we opted for a one-night stay at a campground that could provide us with a hose and a peaceful night's sleep. Because after a week of sleeping on the road like this, a peaceful night's rest is what we both needed right now. Along with peace, something else that deeply affects not only our quality of sleep, but our ability to actually fall asleep living on the road, is darkness. And while we've done our best to create a nice dark space in our van, we have our little roof hatch cover here and our side window inserts. But now we have the huge cracks in our doors because of our recent accident. And sometimes we just can't go park up under the canopy of nature, or we're on an airplane, or at an airport. And we have to find a way to create our own dream space, our own starry night sky. And so we have these, our 100% blackout eye covers. The cloth is so soft and snuggly, and we love the Velcro strap. The elastic ones always squeeze my head, but this just feels like it's like a hug on your head. And the eye cushions are removable, so you can customize your fit, and they're great for protecting long lashes too. So whether you're a belly, back, or side sleeper, this mask is a game changer. And by visiting bonecharge.com and using our code ADVENTURE, you will get 20% off your purchase of any of their amazing products meant to help you feel and sleep better than ever.
Look at Spirit. She looks so good out here in the country. This is where we slept last night. End of a country road in northern Florida. Gosh, it's pretty. It is a beautiful day out. Hey, look who it is.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Went for a swim in the spring, a run in the sun. Time to hit the road again.
Yeah, I've been waiting on you. I cleaned up our lovely van here.
Oh, you're the best. Ready to hit the road?
Ready, partner?
Felt so good to sleep without the sound of the highway or truckers parked at a rest stop, and it's really important that we take care of ourselves.
We can't help others if we don't help ourselves first.
That's right.
Gotta take care of our own bodies, our minds. Onwards.
Another day, another adventure on the road, another gas pump.
Another $1 at the pump.
We're currently driving through Englewood, and there are definitely signs.
There's an armadillo upside down.
An armadillo? Where?
It's on the road.
Oh.
Your life's the most important thing first and foremost. And so, I mean, they're fine. It's just, you know, the houses are in a bit of shambles, but my parents are very upbeat and, you know, hopeful, and just, you know, the idea that they're gonna clean the place up and get it rented, the one next door, and relive in there. So they've been working really hard the last couple of days. Basically, we arrived tonight. It's been quite the journey. We drove from Salt Lake City to our storage unit in San Diego, and then all the way across the country. It's been a journey. We were just happy last night to get a campground where we heard peace and quiet versus like a truck stop or a hotel parking lot where it's loud.
We are in the final hour of driving. Took the words right out of your mouth.
You did take them. I'm speechless. I got nothing to say, guys. Although I am very happy and grateful to not be driving once we finish this last and final hour. Brittany, how many hours did you drive? How many miles did you drive?
I don't want to say. I told you this is a bucket list situation here. He drove the entire length of the country. To be fair, I was editing and there was not a moment of much nothingness. Anywho, we're almost there.
You know, Floridians are pretty resilient. They want to build back. They love living in these places when they're beautiful, when the waters are calm, when you have evenings like this. But everybody understands that you do live in the path of destruction, and sometimes these crazy events do happen. It's just part of the nature of being a Floridian. Is that what salt life means?
As a native-born Floridian, I would have to agree with all that.
I do know for myself, a Midwest kid who grew up in Michigan, so many people want to move from the cold, nasty weather and cloudy evenings of the winters in the north to live in a place where you can wear flip-flops and shorts all the time. So I totally get it. I wonder what was right on that billboard.
Fort Myers, we have returned. We are here to restore you. I'm a little bit nervous about how all these things that we're going to see are going to make us feel. But we're not going to Fort Myers Beach, like right to the beach tonight. We're going to stay parked at a commercial building. That's where Drew's parents have been staying with their Sprinter. So we're going to meet them there tonight. And then tomorrow morning we're all going to go in and start cleaning up, or continue the cleanup on their homes. So
I think this is where we're going to leave you guys at the end of this episode. Just, we appreciate you guys watching and that you've been here for the entire journey. There's going to be a lot to see in the next episode, I can tell you that much.
So you're all with us here in spirit, and we're grateful we made it here safely in the end. Lucky Blue, he took one for the team, but we feel lucky that he was a part of our team. What a ride.
What a ride. Sunset Riders.
Sunset Riders.
Da-na-na-na. Can you believe it, babe? I sat my butt in the driver's seat for 67 hours.
Can you believe it, babe? It's 88 degrees.
Duh. Usually we are staying so far north by now, we would never come back here until it's like 60s.
We're snowbirds.
We are snowbirds.
We're feeling it. That's Florida.
We're here. The same place we built Spirit. Full circle.
Full circle.
Join us for the next episode as our hurricane relief efforts begin and as we make our way down to Fort Myers Beach for the first time. Day by day, it will be beautiful again.
Those you